Alright, hi everybody, this is Erin Christie here, and this is my multimedia montage update number 2. So, in my first update, I showed you what I had so far for my website. However, I did not know how to work the calendar. I didn't even have a blog incorporated within it because I did not know how to do that. I had no resources and I had no tutorials to show. So I've added those things. This isn't my final completion of my website yet. Obviously, it's still a work in progress. But this is what I've added so far, and I thought that I would share it with you guys. So in my first update, you saw that I kept my homework assignments to the left, important information here, and my contact information. I kept all of this the same. I really appreciated your comments to me and your thoughts and ideas. I took them into consideration. Thank you for the compliments. I know one comment was that I should have put the word of the week, oxymoron, pun, and quote in a separate box, but I liked how I kept it here under important information because I feel that it is important information and it's changing weekly, so just like this will be changing weekly. So I thought it was a good idea to keep it that way. For the contact information, I liked how I was able to have a picture and it was nice and big. And someone said that I should have put it to the top, and I did agree with you. I thought that was very smart. However, there was really no room for me to put it because I liked how this was up here and that stayed constant as I went to the other websites. I wanted everyone to remember, oh, we're on Miss Christie's e-board and it's this school year. Also, I thought when you first logged on that homework assignments should have been right away at the top with the important information. These students are in 6th grade, and the parents can watch my tutorial of how to navigate my website. So it should be easy for them and they should know, okay, I go to the home screen, all I gotta do is scroll down. So I decided to keep that on the bottom. Going over to my calendar, like I stated already, if you remember, I didn't know how to add in anything, but I figured out how, luckily, and I think this is a great tool. It's called Google Calendar, and you can incorporate it right in. And you actually edit what you want to put in through the Google account, and then it automatically will change on your website. So as you can see, I added some things. If you click on it, a little description will pop up. So on April 8th, they're having their Chapter 4 to 8 test on the House of the Scorpion. And you can hit X and it'll go away. Wednesday, April 10th, their blog number 2 is due. April 19th, their project number 1 is due. April 26th, their vocabulary test is happening. April 30th, blog number 3 is due. So, although in my welcome screen I have the weekly assignments, in here will be everything that's due for the month, and I'll constantly be adding things, and students will be able to look at this and be able to plan ahead. Alright, my resources, if you remember, in my first update, I just had the boxes, but I did not have any links yet. So I added some links. I also changed what the categories were. Parents stayed the same. However, I changed these two. I did relative resources because this is constantly going to be changing. And it's called relative because it's relative to what we are doing in the class at that moment. So I have a lot of House of the Scorpion things in. And obviously, once we're done with the House of the Scorpion unit, I'll delete these so it doesn't add up and become too overwhelming. Also, assignments will be in here. Once the assignment is due and it's done with, I'll delete it from here again to not overwhelm and have too many links. So, since we are doing a House of the Scorpion resource, I added a House of the Scorpion map. So students can click on that because within the story, the setting is thousands of years ahead of our time. So obviously, territorial boundaries changed, new countries were formed, and in the House of the Scorpion, there are two countries called Aslan and Opium, and students are reading about it in the story, and it's telling you where these countries are located. But I really wanted to give them a visual, so all they have to do is go to the relative resources, hit House of the Scorpion map, and they'll see, okay, here's USA, Opium's right in the middle, and Aslan is huge right here. Also, I put on Nancy Farmer's site. Nancy Farmer is the author of House of the Scorpion, so students can click on it. It's the homepage, and they can read a little bit about it if they want, and they can find, oh, sorry about that. A little technical difficulties with my computer. Anyway, it's the House of the Scorpion homepage, and students will be able to see a little information about the awards she won about it, the popular reviews. Alright. Assignments, as you can see, I had on the calendar that project number 1 was due. So they're going to have various projects throughout reading the story. And this is the first one, and if you click it, a Word document pops up. Okay, and here's the Word doc that students, parents, guardians, anyone that visits this page and clicks on it will see. It has just the purpose, the instructions, and what they're going to have to do. So for this project, I basically am having them demonstrate what they learned so far in a creative way. They only have to select one out of the 3 projects below. So a way to differentiate my lessons and make students feel comfortable, I allow them to choose one that they like the most. I think choices are very important. So the first choice is just creating a timeline of events that took place in the novel so far. And I said that it must include the major events, the climax that we talked about in class. It must stand out in some way. And then the end of the timeline should have predictions for what they think will happen next. Again, my apologies. My laptop is freezing on me and opening up other Word documents. I'm sorry about that. Just bear with me. Alright. The second project they can choose from is to write one of the major scenes from a different character's point of view. But the scenes must meet the criteria that it's similar in length of the original scene, and the events of the scene have to stay the same, but obviously the perspective will change. And the third project is to write an obituary for at least 2 of the main characters, and it must inform the audience of the characters' lives, where they're from, their lifetime accomplishments, legacies, etc. Because within the story, a lot of the characters pass away due to cloning, due to power, etc. Alright, and back to the website. The parents column will just have important things that parents need to know about PTO meetings, anything. I just put a district website here. I'm from Howell, so I put the Howell Township Public Schools, but obviously whatever school I work at will be the district website that I put up. Alright, tutorials, again, like I stated, in my first update, was just going to be how-to videos, and in my first update I didn't have any how-to videos, but here I put up my e-board navigation so that students, parents, and anyone will know how to navigate my e-board. And it's very simple. It's just going to have the title, and the YouTube video is right on the website. Students, parents, guardians, and families. So they can watch that. Again, I also stated that they're going to be doing an end of the year final project, and I'll also have a tutorial up for that. Okay, and then the same goes as my first update. I had vocabulary words, which will change every time they get new vocabulary words every 2 to 3 weeks. And then blogs, this was a really cool concept of the e-board. In my first update, this was blank because I didn't know how to incorporate it. Again, I just did the Google blogs, I was able to incorporate it just like my calendar. And it's really easy. Students scroll down. Blog 1, if you had to pick a place to live, would you choose Opian or Aslan? Give 3 reasons why. And all students will have to do is type up and reply to this. Blog 2, um, you get to read the novel from Matt's perspective. We don't hear a conversation between other characters that happen outside of Matt's hearing. So they need to write a conversation between 2 characters that we didn't get to hear in the novel. Also, you can search blogs. So I can search, okay, blog number 1, and it will pop right back up. So it's a really cool aspect. And I'm really proud of my accomplishments so far. I hope that you guys like my e-board and what I have done so far. Again, this is only second update, so not everything is perfectly intact yet. I am working on trying to, make it a little more zesty by adding a little more pictures. That'll be a lot more eye-opening to the students and my audience. Thank you very much. Please post your comments and what you think I should change. I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say. Thank you.